Hey everybody, this is Pastor Tony with the verse of the week, the memory verse of the week. I want to encourage you to try to memorize these verses. This week's verse is from Philippians chapter 1 and verse 27. It says, "Let your conduct be worthy of the gospel of Christ, so that whether I come and see you or am absent, I may hear of your affairs. That you stand fast in one spirit, striving together for the faith of the gospel." Now, this is a great verse. Paul was praying for the church. He just got done exhorting them and encouraging them. And he goes on to say, for me to live as Christ and to die as gain. And then he says, I'd rather be with the Lord, but it's necessary that I'm here with you right now. It's more needful. And then he goes into this part in verse 27. He said, "Let your conduct be worthy of the gospel." And the gospel means the good news. So the bad news is we're sinners, we're condemned. We can't save ourselves, but Christ, God put on skin like a hand puts on a glove, came and died and to take our place, so that when we die, we go to heaven. We're not going on our own righteousness, but the Father sees the righteousness of Christ. That's the good news. Now, Paul here says, "Let your conduct be worthy of the gospel." And that word conduct sounds like polite. Be polite. But it's with the association of. In other words, let your conduct be an association of the gospel, of the good news. Like you're a citizen because of the good news. So our conduct and character should mirror that of a citizen of heaven. And the second part here, Paul is saying, whether I come and see you or am I absent, your conduct should be the same. You should not just be a Christian during around church or doing Christian things. I'm a Christian and I behave something totally different the next day. He said, "Let your conduct be when I'm here and when I'm not." That is the true marks of a believer. And if you're having a conflict there, pray and that God would change you in those areas. But he says, "That I may hear of your affairs, that you stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel." I know it sounds like a lot, but it's broke up in three parts. So the first part, let your conduct be worthy of the gospel of Christ, so that whether I come or I'm absent, I may hear of your affairs. And the third part, that you stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel. Now, here it says one spirit and one mind. Okay, so the battle isn't in the flesh. It's with our minds and then in the spirit. We really need to take inventory of our minds, what we're putting into, what's coming out, and what we're allowing inside. We need to grow spiritually. So be in the Word and ask the Lord to transform you. Ask Him to empower you according to the Spirit. But you see, this striving, it's laboring together. This is a striving. It speaks of, I think of fighting. Okay, we're in a battle. We're in a spiritual battle. So what happens when we're in a physical battle? After a while, we get tired and we let our guard down, and we get hit all over the face. So one of the things, we want to keep our guard up, and spiritually too, we want to keep our guard up with our mind and our spirit, being striving together, keeping our guard up because Christ is coming. Okay, we're striving together for faith in the gospel. So you guys are very important. Each one of us is important to the body of Christ. Pray about getting involved. Pastor Joe can't do this on his own. Neither can I. There's a lot of work to be done. The Lord is coming quickly. So I want to encourage you to get involved. Pray where you could be used in your local church, because it says striving together for the faith of the gospel. We want to get people saved. How do we get people saved? We share the gospel. We invite people. We give. We serve. Okay, the children's ministry, the worship team, ushers, all that plays a part together.